Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday, April 13th, and it's Malaya's birthday. So we say happy birthday to Malaya. But today's morning breath, I want to talk about what's happening to us right now, and if you are maintaining your ability to use your imagination, right? Hi, Vicky. So using our imagination, one of the first things that we lose when under stress or trauma is our ability to use our imagination. As a matter of fact, oops, I forgot to start my timer. Let me get my timer started. I gotta always remember to start my timer. See, that's why I need a timer, because I always forget. Okay, so one of the first things we lose when under stress or trauma is our ability to use our imagination, right? So the ability to play, the ability to be playful and to just enjoy the present moment is usually lost as soon as we start feeling ourselves going under stress. As a matter of fact, we don't just use our ability to our imagination, we also lose our capacity to play and think about things in a playful way. We look at things in a fundamentally different way when under stress. And you know what made me think about this, you all? I was thinking about how when people are under stress, and it's happened for a long time, like chronic stress, people lose and forget who they are, and they just turn into mean people. They just get mean. Can you all think about that when under stress or when things aren't going the way you like them to go? How it's more likely that you're more irritable and maybe you're not sleeping as well as you usually sleep. But when under stress or when traumatic experiences are happening, it's easy to just turn into a mean person, or there's this constant mood of dissatisfaction or not being happy, right? And a lot of that has to do with the high levels of cortisol within us, or the stress hormones that are high within us at that time. So what I want to offer you all today is this question of, how is your imagination right now? How is your ability to play and to be playful? As I was in my morning meditation, it made me think about this. It made me think about this this reading that I do at the end of some of my yoga classes. And it's a reading from shamans, what shamans usually would do in indigenous cultures. You know, indigenous cultures, and what we've always known historically, when under stress or maybe not feeling like your whole self or just not well, a lot of people would go to a shaman. And in those cultures, there will be questions, and I know a lot of people have probably read about this, but I want to remind you all of this because I always remind my students and children of this. There will be questions, simple questions that they would ask, the shaman would ask the individuals. And those questions would be, and I want you all to respond to these questions, whether here or in your mind, but I want you to be honest with yourself about where you are in regards to the stress response in your brain and how you're handling just this different life that we're living right now. First question is, when was the last time you danced? Okay, so everybody think about the last time you danced, right? Second question, when was the last time you sang, right? So remember what I said is, when you're under stress, you lose the capacity and the ability to use your imagination. Like literally, you lose your imagination and you lose your playfulness. So when was the last time you just sang out loud, right? There's such a gift in singing. Even if you can say, well, I'm not one of those people that have this beautiful voice. I don't either, but y'all know what? I have a voice, so I can sing. Here's another question. When was the last time you told a story? So narratives facilitate healing. So I'll say that again. Narratives facilitate healing. So storytelling facilitates healing, and it allows you to relax the stress response in the brain as well as to use your imagination. So narratives facilitate healing, not just for the person telling the story, but also for the person hearing the story, right? So when was the last time you told a story? Whether you just sit with a group of people or sit with another person and use your imagination and just create a story. Like I can start it off and say, one day there were 3 people walking down the street, and then you continue it and say, and those 3 people saw a bird in the sky, right? So just telling a story is a way to relax the stress response, but it's also a way to use your imagination and be playful. And so for that last question, the last question is, when was the last time you sat alone in stillness? So sitting alone in stillness, y'all. And I know for a lot of people, sitting alone in stillness is a place that a lot of people don't want to go. You want to know why? Because sometimes it's scary there. It's scary to sit there with you sometimes. And a lot of people don't want to look at or see what's there. Y'all think about that for a second. Some people constantly have noise and music or something playing in the background because being quiet or being still with themselves can be a scary place for them. So what would be happening with you if you turned everything off and sat with you? That's kind of what we're getting right now, right? We're getting the opportunity to be quiet and be in stillness when all the noise is turned off. I'm giving you all another second to just think about what do you experience or how do you experience stillness and just sitting with you. Oh, there's my timer. How do I turn it off? Right there. Okay. So those 4 questions again, you all, just like I started with, I want you all to think about when under stress and trauma, one of the first things we lose is our ability to imagine. We lose our ability to use our imagination. So right now, during this time of being in our homes and in our spaces, where is your imagination? Are you dancing? Are you singing? Are you telling stories? Are you connecting? It's so vital, you all, for us to stay connected. Whether you call someone and just chat a little bit, have a playful conversation, but check out where you are right now. Because if people are experiencing you in a negative way, or like, oh, you're moody or you're not happy right now, that may mean that your stress response is really high, right? The cortisol levels are really high within you. And you have a medicine within, right? We have a pharmacy within. We can relax that stress response by just reading a book, using our imagination to play. So tap into your imagination today, family. And tomorrow, I was going to use my drum. But I'll do that tomorrow. Because I want us to stay on this of just like, how are we showing up each morning and each day when in this situation, right? Because it really is a good thing, y'all. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good one. We got to go make some breakfast for Malaya because it's her birthday and she's 18 now. What? I'm loud? Oh, and Robbie said I'm loud. Also, we're going to be sharing the video of Malaya Saturday. We did a scavenger hunt for her 18th birthday on campus where she'll be living. So I'll share that with y'all too. Y'all have a good Monday, okay?